I'm not a villain or a monster. I am the goddess of death. Hello, thank you for clicking that link and joining me again today. I am so glad you did. Today, we are going to talk about ThunderForce. Now, I made a video about 2 years ago before it came out, kind of speculating on what was going to happen in the movie and that it was going to be like this anthem to fat acceptance, you know, that they are having fat superheroes. And so now we're going to talk about the movie now that it's out, and I've finally seen it. It's been out for like 2 years. So like I have said in the past, this is the Day Late Dollar Short channel. This movie was written by Ben Falcone, I don't know how to say his name, but Melissa McCarthy, one of the main characters, is married to him. The other main character is Octavia Spencer. And the premise of the movie is that in 1983, cosmic rays hit the Earth and caused genetic mutation in a select few individuals, all the psychopaths. So there are only supervillains, there are no superheroes. The supervillains are known as miscreants, and a group, some miscreants kill Emily Stanton's parents, and she makes it her mission in life to figure out a way to make superheroes out of normal people. So she's got to come up with a super serum. She's only a kid. She ends up going to the same school that Lydia Berman is in, and Lydia's Melissa McCarthy's character. They become friends, even though they're kind of different. Emily's a nerdy. She's smart. There's a difference, according to the movie. But anyway, the nerdy girl, and Lydia is the metalhead chick who's not afraid to fight and go to toe-to-toe with bullies and stuff. So they become fast friends, and it progresses with them up through high school. And there's a point where Emily has to go take some exams, and she asks Lydia to wake her up, and Lydia's like, sure, yeah, I'll wake you up. And then Lydia somehow silences her alarm or something, so she doesn't wake her up. So then this one thing pisses off Emily, and they're enough to break off their friendships. Then Emily goes away to college. Lydia stays in Chicago and becomes a forklift driver and really kind of lives a dude life, like a single dude life, which I think, like, why are we doing this? But anyway, I'm not gonna get too much into that, but she's living, a bachelor life. So Lydia finds out that Emily's coming back into town and bringing her lab, and this is like the day of or the day before their high school reunion. So Lydia goes to the high school reunion and then decides, oh, I need to go get Emily because Emily's not going to be here, and Emily doesn't like, going to parties by herself. So she goes to Emily's lab. Oddly, why would you go at night, assuming Emily would be there? But okay, she goes at night, assuming Emily, obviously that Emily's going to be there. So she goes and she meets Emily, and then promptly spills beer on Emily's shirt. So then Emily goes to change. While Emily is gone, Lydia goes into Emily's lab by accident, of course, and ends up getting injected with super strength serum. So then Emily comes in after the fact, and she's mad because, of course, this is the only batch of super strength serum that she has, and she was saving it for herself so that she could then go kill or go after the miscreants. But she was going to give herself super strength and invisibility. So she's just going to take the invisibility, and then she's, obviously they can't do anything about Lydia already having the super strength. So they tell Lydia she has to stay and train, otherwise she's going to explode. So Lydia stays to train her strength, and then Emily starts taking her treatments, and it just kind of progresses them from there. They kind of do some workouts, learn to fight, that kind of thing, and then they are sent off on their first mission. I don't want to get too in-depth with, I'm just trying to give you a high-level overview of the story. Anyway, they go on their first mission, and Lydia meets the crab guy. Crab man, I don't know, but he's got crab pincers. And they kind of have a little thing, and they kind of flirt with each other. And you're kind of thinking, while you're watching the movie, you're like, are they flirting with each other? And then they go into this whole montage of them dancing. So yes, of course they're flirting with each other. So then they don't do a very good job with that first, outing. And the one, like, maybe fat joke they make is that they decide to take a Lamborghini, but they can't really fit into the Lamborghini, so they're like trying to stuff themselves in, and it takes them a while to get in and out. And then they go on some more jobs. They're fighting against this miscreant known as Laser. They end up, there's also some political stuff going on. Laser is a henchman for the king, who is running against a different political opponent. Gonzalez, I want to say Emily Gonzalez, but that's not her name. I know her last name's Gonzalez, so he's running against her. And so his whole platform is, vote for me, I will get rid of the miscreants. So, but he is the leader of the miscreants, and is, wreaking all havoc with them and sending them out on jobs and stuff like that. In the end, obviously the Gonzalez lady gets elected, so the king is going to kill everyone who didn't vote for him, but blowing them up with a bomb. And Lydia, at the end, grabs the bomb, jumps out the window, it explodes, she saves everyone, she survives. The king goes to jail, and Ms. Gonzalez becomes, I believe, the governor. So that's the premise of the movie. Oh, and Crab Guy is half Korean, not Korean, because that's the joke in the movie, that he's half Korean. But no, he's half Korean because he wasn't affected by the cosmic rays. He was swimming over a reef, a radioactive reef, and a radioactive crab bites him in the nads. So that's how he becomes Crab Guy. So he's not really a miscreant, but he's just working with them. Now that I've spoiled the movie, presumably it's been 2 years and you've seen the dang thing. Okay, so my thoughts on this movie are, I give it a 2.5, honestly. And here's why. It's almost like two different people wrote the beginning part of the movie and the end part of the movie. So the beginning part of the movie, where Lydia is pining for her friend and goes to her lab and accidentally goes in the lab and gets injected through the super serum, is stupid. It is so dumb. I'm like, you could have, I'm sorry, Falcone or wherever your name is, you could have come up with something better. I even proposed a better idea in my video before I even knew what the plot line was, where I was like, oh, well, these women are probably perimenopausal, so maybe we could do something with, menopausal women getting superpowers, and then we can kind of, since it's a comedy, it can be funny with them discovering their superpowers and then having to navigate the world with superpowers alongside younger superheroes and supervillains and stuff. I think that would have been a funny idea, but hey, I say so myself because it was my idea. But I'm sorry, just the beginning section in the movie just seems so dumb. Almost like some totally different person wrote it. The last half of the movie, where we get into the political intrigue and they start going on their jobs and everything, that was way better. It was a lot better than the beginning. It was much better. There was a twist. They did kind of make the king kind of an idiot who kept killing off his henchmen and stuff like that, which is fine because it's supposed to be a comedy. And Lydia ends up saving everyone, but I don't know. I think the last half of the movie doesn't even really match up with the beginning half. So that's my opinion. There really wasn't a whole lot of fat acceptance kind of stuff in there. They really didn't, make any kind of mention to you know, they didn't really make any kind of mention to them being fat other than them trying to get in and out of the Lamborghini. They also make, kind of silly, they also make it so that they can't wash the suits. So by the time they get to fighting the king, the suits are pretty ripe. So that actually kind of saves Lydia's bacon. But really and truly, I just think the beginning part of the movie is so preposterous. If you can skip that part and just watch the end, that's way better. So there's what I think of the movie. Hey, let me know what you think. Did you like the movie? Did you see the movie? Are you going to watch the movie? In the comments below, and I will catch you in the next video. Air hugs. I am out.